So what we have is a vacuous person whose true identity we really don't understand. What does she stand for? We have clues in 2019. She sounds very radical. But since then, and certainly since she became the nominee, it's just a game of cover-up. It's just cover and deny and obfuscate and not sign on to any earlier policy prescriptions. And like that one thing that Trump raises at the debate is a good example where he was like, she wants taxpayers to pay for gender identity or sex change operations for illegals and prisoners. 100% true. He gets erroneously fact-checked again by people like Susan Glasser at The New Yorker and Time Magazine, who Time Magazine had to undo its fact check once it realized, holy shit, she really did say that in 2019 on an ACLU questionnaire. Oh my God, they can't believe it. It's so radical, even for them, they can't even believe it. But then the other fact checks come out from like the New York Times, the Washington Post, and their fact checks are, we're not sure if she still has that position. She has needs context. That's what they're saying. Because when they went to her campaign, the campaign guy was like, she didn't say that since becoming the nominee. And these newspapers with supposed actual journalists accept this as a reason to add context. Well, it's not something she has said like within the past 2 months. So nobody knows. No, I mean, who could know?
It's amazing. And then like to add a layer to it, when confronted the very few times she has on those questions, provides no clarification. We were talking about on the show a couple of weeks ago about how easy it is from a communication standpoint to build in a little layer where you turn from the position that you're in, saying like, well, look, I was from California and this is the way we saw the world. But as vice president, I traveled to Pennsylvania, spent a lot of time with people and understand that fracking is an important American industry. And it allows us to ultimately be independent of foreign sources of energy. Like that's a very easy answer that she can't give. Why is she not giving it? One, she's rhetorically challenged, but two, and more importantly, is she doesn't want to piss off the left.
Yep.
That's the issue. So like for people who are trying to like, I don't know who this lady is. Let me just tell you who she is. Who she is trying to win a general election. That's who she is.
Yep,
she will do absolutely anything to win it. If she were to win a general election, what you've seen with the last, I don't know, dozen Democratic presidents is their first quarter of the first year that they're president, their constituency goes from the entire country to the left to try to work on behalf of the people that they see were the most helpful to their campaign to get them there in the first place. Joe Biden ran as a moderate. Joe Biden ran as a caretaker. He was like a New Deal Democrat during the first 90 days of his administration, spent like $5 trillion. What do you think Kamala Harris would do?
Yeah. And that's the thing is, you know, if you look at her Senate record, she was the most liberal voting member of the Senate, to the left of Bernie Sanders. And I think Bernie Sanders gave the perfect answer to where she stands on things. He said, well, you know, she's got to get elected. The understanding is that, like, she can't really say she's crazy, folks, or else we don't get the crazy stuff.
Yes. And now you have Hillary Clinton coming out. She's on some rancid book tour. And she sits down with the vile Kara Swisher. Someday I'll tell my Kara Swisher story. And excuses the absence of any policy positions coming from this woman. It's like not something that we need to worry about, according to Hillary Clinton in SOT 23.
She does not have to do it, Kara. I'm going to just cut to the chase. In fact, she's put out policies on her campaign website. Anybody who's truly interested can go and read about them. She referenced policies. She actually doesn't just have policies and concepts. She has, you know, plans about what to do. I think it's a it's a double standard, and it's a double standard that is partly because they are still getting to know her, but also because they're still grappling with the idea like, oh, am I really going to vote for a woman to be president and commander in chief?
Real double standard. People want to know what the president is going to do.
Is it you're a misogynist now if you want policy, if you want her to explain what she's going to do for the economy? It's because she's new to this. What? I don't even understand what she's saying. But of course, She's got to inject the woman thing in there. Back to, I have a vag. I'm a role model.
I really
shorthanding it now.
I love that audio. I think Hillary Clinton made a lot of really great points about misogyny and double standards. And I think she should be the Harris for president campaign surrogate in Wisconsin, where she was so popular in 2016.
It's such a crazy dichotomy because, I kind of liked hearing her husband lie to us.
Yeah.
It kind of felt good. I mean, you didn't be lying, but it sort of felt good. Hers is just so grating. I mean, almost
These lies are
everything
bad.
she says is just so terrible.
And that must really irk her.
It must.
And she was like, he's such a lying bastard. I like him for it.
For it.
But they don't.
She's
they
got
don't
all sorts of reasons to dislike him. So
Democrats
So
do
you've
not.
got Kamala out there, fake Kamala, right? Like Avatar, whatever you want to call her, but just there's nothing to connect to. Even at that NABJ thing she went to yesterday, or the day before yesterday, we played it yesterday, where they asked her, how many ways are you joyful? Like, what makes you joyful? I mean, I threw up in my mouth. When she turned to walk away, it was actually really interesting. I don't know if you, she shook their hands and she turned on a dime, was out of there, to the point where even the black journalists, the three who were interviewing her, were like, whoa, well, I guess she's gone. She's leaving. Absolutely no charm. No ability to show we've had a connection here. And this is really cool. Thanks for having me. Just, I'm out of here. Peace out. You know how much my family and I love our dogs, Thunder, and yes, even sweet Strudwick. I can't imagine life without them. They've got a great life and they're lucky. But some dogs are not so lucky. And that's why I'm glad to tell you about Delta Rescue, the largest no-kill, care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. They've rescued thousands of dogs, plus cats and horses too. They provide all their animals with shelter, safety, and most of all, love. And they've been doing it for more than 45 years now. Delta Rescue relies solely on contributions to stay open, and giving can bring tax benefits too. Speak with your estate planner about how you can grow your estate while helping animals in need. And check out the estate planning tab on their website to learn more. We love our Thunder and Strudwick, but would love it if other dogs who need love and attention and a home can find those too. Visit deltarescue.org today to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.